Melissa.
All right.
You started.
I did. I started.
No. Good morning. This is Wednesday. What is it, 12?
The
13th?
13th. Yeah.
This is March 13th.
3 days before my birthday.
3 days before she's 50. So this is our second breakfast here at the Grand Hyatt in Seattle. Commercial break. Paracone Farms. Cold press, just like Gammy, Grandma, and my mom and auntie used to be. Fresh off the tree. Goody, goody.
Not fresh off the tree.
Fresh off the tree. Tastes just like Gammy used to make. All right, so first review, I think it was a good review, but you know, people like me with teeth issues.
I asked for his toast to be lightly toasted
See
this
that?
time.
See that? Oh.
But they also lightly toasted mine.
I don't know what to tell her, but they took care of this brother. So the potatoes are different.
Yeah.
They're not hard and crispy, but they nice little bite to them. I'm gonna show you my plate, man. Eggs on medium. Look at the potatoes. The toast. You can't even hear it. Man, I'm about to be in heaven. Presentation, I'm giving it a 10 because nothing's hard. Oh God, extra bacon. Got my potatoes. Throw me some salt. It was seasoned, but you know, from the hood, you know, salt and pepper. That they call it seasoning, but it ain't spices. See, that's the. But if without.
Salt and pepper is not seasoning.
I'm sorry. To me, it's seasoned. Can anybody tell me what salt and pepper is? Please don't. Seasoning spices is two different things. I mean, that's just my belief. So, but yo, Paracone Farms. I swear to goodness. When I drink it, it's like biting off an orange on a tree. Cold press though. Well, I got a cup of espresso.
And I told him he should not be drinking it. But he doesn't listen.
Well, we had a hiccup too this week. We had a list of food items we wanted to eat. But we didn't take into consideration I got stomach issues.
And I can't eat that much.
So we did a nice bit in like a 2-day stretch. Now we gotta get ready for this plane. I don't need any issues on the plane. So I got a couple more reviews. We want some FIFA fun. Okay. We want some of that.
Dungeness.
And Dungeness. See how easy it is? The teriyaki? Ooh, no. We want a fish taco. We can't get that. We got to be careful what we eat. But I know I do. Last night I didn't eat dinner because we went to see Dune, and it was great. Long.
Dune.
Can y'all please?
4DX.
Can y'all please tell? Nobody ever explained to me. I hate roller coasters, right? I don't like roller coasters. My bad. She eating and I don't like roller coasters, right? And when the previews came on and the first action sequence hit the screen, and that chair, first of all, she got me. She was like, "Oh, I'm turning the water off." What you mean water? I'm turning the water off. Here we go again, y'all.
Crack your teeth.
And so I looked and I said, turn the water off. What the hell does she mean turn the water off? I'm not understanding.
Look at that dimple in my arm.
You need the rest of that. I don't understand what she mean by turn the water off. So I turned it off. And she was like, yeah, I've been looking at it and seeing people online and they, you know, they get wet and they, when if it's water, you're gonna get wet. I said, oh, get wet. We'll open another. Cause this, you know, this is not gonna be about it here. Yep. So I said, oh, okay. So I ain't no punk. I ain't no chunk.
He says, how much water is it? I said, oh, it depends on how much water is on that scene.
Needless to say, I turned it off, turned it right back on. I ain't no chunk. You know what I mean? What's water? I'm in the theater. 40X. What?
40X.
But it's before it moved, though. I was all tough. I should have knew something was wrong when I walked in and I walked up the aisle and they had the little foot platform that you put your feet on. I ain't tall. I'm 6'1", 250. Not big. Alright. The chair was so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Very.
Recline what? They don't recline. They recline you, right? And then your feet. I'm like a T-Rex. I'm in a chair like this. And look, I got my soda here and another person sitting here. That's how I felt like in that seat before the first action sequence. So now my knees today kill me, but that's I digress. Preview hit me, bang. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't a joint where you just go, well. It threw me. Boom, boom, boom. I said, what is that? I looked at her.
Cracking up.
We ain't even get to the movie yet. We're talking about previews.
Mm-hmm.
Disclaimer. 40X people, theaters. I'm just saying, you guys should have everybody sign a release form for liability for back injuries and knee injuries.
And neck injuries.
And there's no bars to hold on. I'm just saying.
I felt like I needed like one of them bars on a roller coaster.
I looked for a seatbelt. There was no seatbelt.
Because I kept getting pushed to the edge of my seat.
Listen, people. I always wanted to do one.
I'm good.
And never, ever again in my existence where I get my grannies, my grandbabies can that Papa, can we get nope, love you, not that much. So for 2.5 hours in a little T-Rex seat, my knees was hurting, so I was hanging my legs off of the platform. My knees was killing me. And then just as you got your knees off, your feet off the platform, now they want to throw you again. So you got to put your knees back, feet back up on the platform and so on. Man, listen. Dune was a great movie. A little long. Great movie. 40X. I hate you.
Yeah, I felt like it was dragged out.
I hate you. I hate you, 40X. I hate you.
But
I hate you.
I fell asleep.
But it scared the shit out of her. Woke her ass up. I was dying.
Well, it didn't scare me.
Mm-hmm. The look she had on her face.
It didn't scare me. It just caught me off guard, and I started laughing. But I was asleep, y'all. All that, you know, the vibrating of the chair and the shakes. It put me to sleep. I was relaxed, but I was uncomfortable in that seat.
How demented do you have to be to go to sleep in a 4DX movie? How demented do you have to be?
I was knocked out.
I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, how demented do you have to be?
Or how tired were you? I was exhausted.
Let her tell it. I looked over, she was dead. Now, I felt like I was in the middle of the ocean by my damn self. On this raft, by myself. Cause she was gone. So I'm getting thrown. I can't look at her and like, you know, eye contact, like, no. I looked over at you. While that's happening,
I was knocked out.
I'm getting thrown.
To the wind.
Thrown to the wind. Thrown. You usually that's that. You know you hood, we just didn't waste nothing. But movie great. I give it a 9.8. I'm a Dune fan anyway.
That theater is huge. It's 3 floors, 16 screens.
Yeah, we need that on the East. But that era of movie is over. Like, I don't believe with the streaming and all the stuff, I think that ship has passed.
There's a 4DX and King of Prussia
But I
movie
mean,
theater, but I don't know how many screens they have.
I'm just saying, just the movie theater in general, going to the movies,
Oh,
because it was not a lot, it was so empty. There wasn't a lot of people, and you know, we grew up in an era where.
well, it was also a Tuesday or during the week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
It wasn't the weekend.
Was 3 floors. Each floor had a concession stand. No. First floor. No, did the first floor have a concession stand? Because that's what
First floor, yeah, that's what we got our
each
stuff
floor.
from. I know the first floor had a concession stand, and the third floor, we didn't do the second floor.
But the second one, we sat on our side. Right over there was concession. She don't pay attention. She wasn't hood.
I know I was on the first floor and the third floor.
Because we was on the second. She thought we was on the first.
Oh, while we were waiting, and you said we got to go down another level.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what happens
Yeah.
when you not really a hood person. Let me stop. She was hood. She North Philly.
Thank you very much.
But she had a 2-parent home. Both of them work.
You can still be hood.
Yeah, you can be. But where I come from, like I told y'all yesterday, the other day, I seen paint move when I pulled the panel from the wall. That's a difference. Now, I'm saying she was, wasn't poor.
Right.
Her level of poor.
We are not
And
going to
my-
have
I'm
this
just-
debate again.
I'm just saying. My level of poor. Let's talk
We
about it.
can't let it go.
I'm damaged. I had 2 pair of pants from school.
Here we go.
Black pair and a blue pair. So, you know how that worked. Black on Monday, blue on Tuesday, black on Wednesday, and blue on Thursday, black on Friday. 2 pairs of sneakers for the year. One that you got in September. Philly, school starts in September. And if you were good, pair for Easter. That's what I had. Toys. Whatever I could steal. I'm just saying. And they'll probably wonder, what the hell I got to do with food?
Nothing. This is how he talks.
Well, this is food. This is, look at the bacon. Look at the bacon. Let me see. Let me see. Let me.
You just got hard teeth.
Good. Yeah. It's a semi-crunch. So, I get this bacon like it's right there. In the beginning, it got me because it's the end of the bacon, so it got me in the beginning. I messed with that one. So far, whatever score I gave the other day, this surpasses it because my food is. How you food?
It's actually good. No complaints. I like these potatoes better than the ones yesterday, though. And the ones yesterday were good. Actually, yeah, I like these better.
No comment. Y'all know what I said. Them ones from the other day. Just the crust, just meat. But the meat of the bread. So, you get 2 reviews. You get this food
And the movie.
and you got the movie. It was the Regal
Cinema.
Cinema. Was it between 7 and 8 pounds, whatever? Right
Pike.
across from the hotel, Pike.
Yeah.
Right across from the hotel. Crazy. And on the other corner was the Seattle Convention Center. So anybody that's been in Seattle or live in Seattle, y'all know exactly where we at. One thing I noticed was, as you get older, we went on vacation a few times, nice bit of times over the last 20 years. And we done been Paris, Hawaii, Jamaica, you know. Somebody goes way more places, you know, than I go. Because I don't care to go to those places.
Yeah, say it right.
I could care that I
don't
will
wanna
pay for
go.
her to go and I'm cool. I don't need it.
I love to vacation,
I don't
especially where it's warm
Well,
and there's a beach.
a couple years ago, she went to 4 vacations in 1 year.
It was not 4.
Do we need to count it?
Yes, because it was not 4.
Okay, let's do it. Vegas, Penthouse. Where did we go that year? So you went Ocean City with the girls, Vegas. You went, what's that place y'all went? Oh, what y'all go?
What?
You, Denisha, and Michelle, and Alicia.
Oh, the Outer Banks.
Outer Banks. That's 3, and then somewhere else you went that year.
Oh, that was one time.
Ho. You heard her say she didn't go. No, don't get me wrong. Fellas, let me explain this to y'all. When your woman, wife, female, or significant other go on vacation, I will pay for it. Go enjoy yourself. Because at the end of the day, you on vacation too. Because you're gone. So,
Go ahead and talk trash.
I'm just saying, I can talk. It's not bad. I'm just saying, if your woman, significant other, whoever is happy, they're out with her girls, family, enjoying themselves, you happy. So that's how I look at it. So concerts, I don't mind buying a ticket, first row, and then get a ticket for her and whoever else. As long as she's happy, you happy. I'm cool. They always talk trash about me, her and my daughters. You don't never go nowhere. All you do is stay in your room. That's my castle. I close the door. I mean, when I hear that, phrase come to mind. I can't say it.
No.
See? It's hard. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting, not trying to say it. I'm your home, about ready to go get killed. I'm just saying. I had to get it out because it was.
I don't know if this is gonna work, y'all. I don't know how to act.
Think about that, y'all. Listen to it. Right?
Why you still repeat it?
It's famous. Tina Turner, you know the movie. Yeah, it was very famous. That's it. You know, everybody seen it. You know. But I always get the humor out of everything. All I heard, because Ike was beating her.
Again.
I don't promote domestic violence in the entertainment form or any other. You know what I mean? But it was Oscar-worthy performance. Everyone loves the role that she played, Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne. But we love the movie. It's art. But when that scene came up and she was saying that, I just seen Ike. Maybe it's just me, the way my mind worked. He said, you're home, you're about ready to get killed. That's what I heard.
You know what? I can't. And why would you hear that?
I don't know. I'm broken. Something ain't right. But that's what I heard. So I can't unhear that now. Every time I hear that, you're home, you're about ready to get killed.
Y'all, this is what I've dealt with for how many years? Since 1989.
See, I'm gonna stop. I'm getting in trouble. So, because all y'all out there are gonna be judging me. Y'all gonna judge me. Commercial break. Paracone Farms. Cold pressed like Gabby used to make. Oh my goodness. When I take a sip of Paracone Farms like this. Oh God. It touches a place. Don't you have a nose? Paracone Farms. Get you some. Why don't you?
I gotta make sure I tag them in these videos.
I mean, it's honest. Listen to me, y'all. It's an honest review. I'm an orange juice. I'm a juicy person, like apple, orange, cranberry. Like, I don't want to say the other name because even though I work for some place that's what we sell, it don't even compare to Paracone Farms. And I buy cases of the other stuff. I don't know. Might have to ship some of this to us. But if you want to know, it's 2 M's. So I ain't gonna say the name because I can't overshadow Paracone Farms. But realistically, this is the best orange juice I've ever had.
I was like, 2 M's. I figured it out though. I know
Ever had. So, Paracone, you. And if I'm messing the name up, I don't care. I can fix it. But Paracone Farm, I swear, this is some, man. It's kind of like, can't even say the name because I work for the competitor. There's some snacks. We're in Jamaica. We used to eat them. I crack the bag open. Bam!
Oh.
And let's just say, the flavor in that bag You know, everybody, all of us that's in the hood know. I'm gonna show y'all. We all do this in the hood. If you was just looking, you couldn't hear me. You know what it was. You'd be like this. You know what I mean, man? Yeah, because you know. You know that, right? We all know what that means. That means that joint is banging. When you drink it,
and
bite
look at it,
and you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, what is that? What's going to change? Like, what happened? You looking at what you just took in. What? But we all do it. And then this is when it's deep. When you drink it, bang. Look at it, and then you look at somebody else.
I'm like, you taste that.
So right there, I'm telling y'all, I will do commercials. I will be a spokesman. I will quit my job. It's that good. I said it. I meant it. I drank it.
You done?
How you mimosa?
Oh, that's my second one. I'm gonna finish this.
Yes, yeah. Only got one last step. It's banging.
I usually just take the bottle to the head.
Hey, I ain't a hater. I know all y'all kids out there in your 20s. I can't even say 30s because I got a couple of those. We got 5. Meaning my eldest niece, she just turned, G about to turn 32. My daughter about to be 33, eldest, oldest. 2 daughters are 30. One's about to be 30, one's 30. My nephew will be 30, oldest nephew will be 30. And then 2 29s coming up. So I can't really say.
How you remember the ages?
Well, through each one, you die a little bit.
Because you can't remember their birthdays.
That's too many. That's too much. You die a little bit. I'm sorry. Old people should say, you ain't believe them. Boy, you're a kid. You know, every time you're a kid, take some of your energy. Let me tell you. About 26, the white started happening. I used to run basketball, yeah. Now I get sleepy. About 1:30 in the afternoon, I go to bed. No, I go to bed. No, go to bed. I'm about to Google the owner. How you got the orange juice pieces and no pulp?
It's high pressure processed.
Listen to me. Listen.
Can y'all see?
Listen to me. Listen.
If y'all want to try it and order it.
Listen. Listen. I think one day.
Here's the nutrition for the people that read the back of labels.
It's a lot. I can say a lot. I'm trying to, what y'all call it? Like, autocorrect? I'm trying to autocorrect my thoughts. Anybody that know me know, this thing right here, work a little bit different than the average. So I'm thinking of, this is Amy. It's her channel. So I'm thinking of not to get her banned. Cause the stuff that's coming through my mind, do they have like R-rated like channels where I could be myself?
Yeah, it's called Pornhub. This is already good to get.
All I can tell you is back home. Now she gave me one of her pieces, y'all. If the crunch. I'm confused right now. Is bacon, and I know all the people that don't like pork, I don't care. I grew up on pork. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ooh, pork got all the stuff
What
in
was
it.
you about to say?
I'm just gotta defend my bacon. I gotta defend the bacon, and then the thought was, should bacon have the texture of beef jerky?
They have, what is it called? Bacon jerky?
See, right there, bacon, and then bacon jerky. That's the difference.
I was gonna buy you some,
Bacon,
but I changed my mind.
with this bacon jerky. So bacon shouldn't be the texture of jerky if it ain't bacon jerky. I think they slip. But anyway, we grew up on it, pork. When you're in the hood, you come from beyond the hood, way below the hood. See, the hood is where you learn all your life at.
I'm gonna get my roll.
She gonna get a roll. You heard that? We call them house coats. We call it a house coat. House coat. Maybe. I don't know. I ain't fact check it. A house coat. Might as well I'm gonna wear my house coat. I don't know.
I call it a robe.
I ain't never had a robe.
Not a house coat.
I ain't never had a robe in my life.
Thanks to Grand Hyatt Seattle.
You know, like she ain't got no worries.
I don't
I
pay
wish
bills.
I was like that.
I don't have no worries. I don't pay bills.
I wish I was like that. I ain't no worries.
It's lovely over here.
Look, she got a hood on.
I got my mimosa. Got a late checkout for tomorrow.
That's banging.
And we get to chill in the Grand Lounge. Who wouldn't love it over here?
Well, reviewing that, I'm giving that 10 all day. Bing, 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 bing.
Your
bing,
breakfast?
bing. 10 all day. Paracone, 22.5.
22.
Hmm?
Yeah, breakfast is.
I go 10, 10, 5. Anything with
We ordered breakfast and they told us about 20 minutes. I swear, our food was here in like 15, if that.
It was about 10 minutes.
It was about 10
About
minutes.
10 minutes. Y'all know, I ain't even touched the rest of my espresso. Because once you hit the Paracone, everything else fails. It fails me, excuse me. I'm a little Paraconed up. I'm not really an alcohol drinker,
Me either.
but that's dangerous. Get a little bit of clear liquor with a case of Paracone.
but I'm gonna drink this
I need an intervention.
champagne that I got from the hotel
For her birthday.
for my birthday. I already ate the chocolates. I finished.
Try to give me some.
They were chocolate covered cranberries, y'all. They were huge and they were so good. I ate them all by myself. I kept asking him, you want some? He kept saying no. Okay, fine. I asked him again, you want some? He said, mm-mm. I said, okay. So I kept eating them until they were all gone.
Well, they're gone now.
They were so good.
I just tipped, I think I tipped the chick $15 for this.
Just now?
Mm-hmm. Man, it's not a lot. It's only like $85. That's another 100. It don't matter. When you vacation hard. My mindset is, you vacation as hard as you work. The least you will do is vacation as hard as you work. So if you work here, you should at least vacation here.
And we work hard.
So this is why I'll be on vacation. And that's the mindset I have, because every 30 days, those bills come in no matter what. No matter what. Sick, hurt, don't matter. 30 days, they'll come in. And we go to them jobs and we work even for yourself or you work for someone, and you will go all the time. You will be dependable. They can count on you. You feel a sense of security. But then one thing I hear people say all the time, and it just doesn't, I don't understand the mindset when they go, oh, I want to go such and such, but it costs too much. I want to go buy this, but it costs too much. But you give up a third or more of your time for something other than self. So you go to a job, you have a business. If it's a business, you're going to give probably 100% of yourself. But if it's going into the job, you're giving that job, I would say 66% of yourself. Because you're going to work there 8 to 10 plus hours. You have your travel, and then when you get home, you debriefing. And then you need how many hours of sleep? All predicated towards the job. It's all predicated towards getting the rest for the job for the next day. Even on your days off, you are this amount of time for yourself because you got to run your errands, do your housely duties, and do all that. And that little bit of time, because this big bulk of time is the job. So when you have time for self, you make the dumbest statement and say, it's too much. So what I hear, see my way this brain works, I hear, I'll give you my existence, but when it comes to me, it's too much. I give you my life, but when it comes to me enjoying my life, I got a limit on it, a price on it. It's too much for me. I'm not spending that on me. I'm not doing that for me. I'm not going to work hard for me.
You're saying you're not worth it.
I'm going to work for you. I'm going to give my all to you. When I can go into the next day and they say, hey, Mr. Davis, we're closing this down. Thank you for your service. What? While I'm here, I'm going to work at least and enjoy myself the same as I work or more. And 9 times out of 10, we are going to go enjoy ourselves more than what we are working. And we work our behinds off. Dependable. You can count on me every day. You can count on her every day. We're going to be there, same time, same day, same quality of work, consistently. So there's no question. When you see our name, whatever boss, owner of whatever situation we're in, they go, whoo, Rich is here. Whoo, Amy's here. That stuff they don't have to worry about. It's being taken care of. But now when it comes to me, you think I'm ever going to say, and for me and my wife, you think we're ever going to say, that's too much? I love my wife. She's grown a lot. I've grown a lot. Because at one point, she used to be too much. And it's just, you let people, evolve. And she understood. Because after a while, she was like, I work too hard. I worked too hard. We wouldn't go. I mean, our first trip ever. No, I can't say ever because we went to Baltimore and all that back in '91, and we'll post that picture. That culminates 33 plus years, like. But our first plane ride was probably like in 2008. And we went to Paris with my brother and my sister-in-law. And our first trip was like something that the average person couldn't even comprehend. And while we were doing it, we couldn't even comprehend it because we stayed in a villa for 14 days. 2-story, 2-bedroom villa, 14 days. Not inside of Paris. We were, I forgot what they call that part.
Like the country.
And
side.
it was when we went there, and you're in this it's a community on a golf course. Beautiful, right? And that's when I first started realizing that there's more to the world than just what they're showing us in these borders of the United States. And all you seen and where we were staying that lived in that community was all Arabs.
That's all we saw.
It's all Arabs.
Yep.
So you just see
families.
You just see the kids getting off the buses, going to school, but then all of the African descendants were all the servants, and we would see them all at the bus stops, and we would see, wow, man. But what captured me was the first time, like our maid or whatever, I don't know what you want to call them, and she would service our unit, our villa. And we went, I think our dishwasher was messed up in the beginning or something like that.
The washer.
The washer. And they wanted to give us another unit. We was like, we are who we are. No, it's cool. You know what I mean? They fixed it, whatever. I forgot what happened. But we was like, no, we don't need to change. But the look she had when she knocked on the door and she opened up and she seen 4 African Americans staying in that area. And she gave us this look, and it's like a smile came over, not her face here, the smile over her face.
Her expression, yeah.
And we tipped her good. We always tip. Like, that's the one thing I did get my family to understand, because being a young kid, 17, 18, and you get into the restaurant business, and you understand a restaurant and hotel hand in hand because it's a service business. So they get most of their money based upon tips and not hourly, because hourly they pay you minimal because you get your money based upon services. So when I know that, I pay high. I give 50% tips. And that's something that my family had. What? And I'm telling them, nah, trust me, it makes a difference. So the look she had on her face, it stuck. I mean, this is 2024, and this is 2008, where from then to now, it just stuck with me. And then I had to go and reprogram my thought process. So my whole mindset walking around Paris that day was just a whole different mindset. And I'm looking at people, not racist people or people based on their race, but I'm looking at people based on who they are. And I'm looking. And the one thing that I don't see a lot of, and I try to get my boys and my nephews and all of them to understand, they're getting it, but you see black women all over the world vacationing. You see black women enjoying themselves, and it's always girl trips, and they take shirts and hats and whatever they sign, and they're enjoying themselves. But you very rarely see, I have never seen guys trip. I've never seen that. At all the places we've been, I've yet to see a bunch of guys together, guys trip. Put you in a different place here. So it's just, I learn from everything. I love learning. So everything that I look at is a learning process. So we've came a long way. And that's the one thing I try to get everybody to understand is you vacation just as hard as you work, if not more. You don't ever cheat yourself. Never cheat yourself, because we're on borrowed time. This is all we have. Once your time is up, it's up. So you don't want to leave nothing in the tank. I used to always look at, wealthy people, and they used to talk about what they, I heard a few of them say, I'm not leaving nothing. And I used to be like, what? What the heck do we mean? Well, the process of me over the last 20 years of learning, I understood that process. I understood what he meant. Because during this journey, you're going to set your family up to be successful. And as you set your family up to be successful, guess what? They got all the tools that they need to be successful. You know, you put them in places where they're good. So anything that I've obtained, I'm going to use it. I'm enjoying it. So I was always, these people wasting their money. They got all these hundreds of millions, and I ain't buying $1 million car. Man, they wasting this money. Guess what? My mindset changed. I started learning. I started understanding. I started understanding what that means. Just being here. It's been over a 21 years journey for us getting out of Seattle. Because we were thinking about moving here, literally in 03. And just being here, it was like a full circle. Clarity, vision, things that we have going on business-wise. It just put all that into perspective even more. It's a whole nother type of living when it comes to not just Seattle, but just in general. Get out of your box, get uncomfortable. That's where the truth lies. The truth lies in being uncomfortable. Now we're gonna go back to work when we get back, land back in the US, and we're going back into the cycle. But we're already on to the next adventure. It's already set up for June for the women in the family. They're already scheduled to rock out in June. So that's already done. So for the men in the family, I can't be the only one, y'all. I can't be the only one that's enjoying life and everything that it has to give me. I can't be. 'Cause I'm thinking of the grandbabies and the grand or great nephews and nieces and the legacy that we have coming up behind us. So it's a lot of responsibility for my generation and my wife's generation because we're next. You know, that's when you sit back and think. Let's go back 20 years ago. You go, wow. We had generations above us. In my direct immediate family, it's only 2 left. That's it. No, well, this is, in the black family, we got them tweeners. You got them tweener generations. So what do you mean by tweener? You can't have a tweener generation. Well, mixing our African culture with the European culture, there's a disconnect. All right, even though they were doing it and we were doing it, but then we come here, numbers game change. No, you can't have babies young. But that's how it's always been. All right. African cultures, you get married at a certain age and boom, boom. But they didn't say that they were doing that in Europe too. They were doing that in Europe too. But once we got to this nation here, we multiplied. And I don't want to get political, but as it comes to slave trade, that was a great thing. Them niggers, they multiply. I mean, my stock, I'm going to have 100 heads out there in the field. And it was a great thing as long as we made money for them. Stop laughing. But it was a great thing. We made money for them in the field. But then as the money, politics, go into it. It's too many niggers. It's too many now. And they talk about freedom. Oh, we can't have that. And then some brilliant politician said, 2.5 children is what the average household should have. 2.5. Nobody understood. Nobody had a problem with that. I did. I always did. 2.5 children, right? Why did they have a number? Why was it a number and there was a point to a half a kid?
Yeah, what's right. A half a kid?
Because it's all dollars and cents and numbers game. And guess what happened? We went against our nature and we started believing them. So you had us talking about other people. Oh, all them kids, all them kids, all them kids, all them kids, right? But then when I go up in the hills in West Virginia and all that, So it's just, this is how this thinks. It's not normal. This is how this thinks. Everything, one big ball. And like my wife says, we'll talk about food and then we'll slide over to a whole bunch of different things in one conversation. But that's because to me it all ties in. It just ties in. It all ties in. Because I can tell you how the food went to Paracone, went into corporate structure, went into business, went into job, went back to vacation, to self, Paracone, enjoyment. It's all one.
It's the pyramid effect.
Yes. And if you can't connect those dots, then you're not in tune. You're not in tune. And it's not about being in tune with nobody else. You are your own. That statement, you are your own. That's how simple that is. I don't put my opinions on no one, and I don't take no one's opinion on me. I don't care. If everyone lived for self, meaning within you, you're not worried about what nobody else say. You're not worried about what nobody else have or do. Because this is your journey. And this is our journey. I respect everyone's opinion. Even if I don't agree with it, I respect it. Because you have the right to have that opinion. That's simple. So we should have no conflicts. If everybody accepts everyone else's opinion, like even racism. I don't want to go there, but I'm going to real quick. I have racist friends I know of. I know. You heard me say racist friends? Wow. How can you have a racist friend? Well, I got racist black friends too. Right? And I said to my friends, white friends, I said, I don't think it's an issue with you believing your people better than mine. This is doing the Trump stuff. And they just looked at me because when Trump won, I went around the job saying, congratulations, y'all. This country, this country deserves Trump as president. And I said that, right? This country deserves Trump as president. And I kept saying it. And they was like, yeah, thanks, Rich. Thanks, Rich. Thanks. Huh? Hey, are you being funny? I said, no. I think this country deserves Trump as a president. I think this country deserves him. Because that's the reflection of who we truly are. Take it as you want. I don't have a negative or positive. I just think that's a true reflection of who we are. So when it gets back to racism, I believe that, I look at it as an analogy of a football team or sports. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan. And we know if our team's good enough to win a championship. The true fan knows it. And you get the fans that's blind that just, we're going to win this year. And you go, man, come on, man. We ain't even in the top 10. I'm still a fan, but I'm gonna be truthful. So if someone to say, well, she's a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm an Eagle fan. Love the ground she walks on. She loves the ground I walk on. Teams are different. Has nothing to do with our love, though, right? She has her team, I have my team. What's the problem? The problem will become this. If I walk in the house and everything in my house was blue and gray, or she walks in the house and everything in my house is green and gray. The issue with that would be my belief. I'm forcing it on you and your lifestyle to it's affecting you living. That's the difference in racism. You can believe what you want as long as it's not put in place with the institutionalized laws and processes to stop me from living and being successful. That's racism that I don't like. That's what I don't agree with. But you just believing that your people are better than mine, oh well, that's your belief, bro. Okay. And then there's different levels of it. Because there's those that love, other races, but they just believe that their kind should stay with their kind. What's the problem? If that's what they believe, that's what they believe. What is the problem? Because when you go to all these other races, and that's in their culture, like, it's in their culture, so they culturally believe that. Everyone believes that they should stick with themselves. We don't have a problem with them, do we? But again, this is how broken we are over here. So all of these things is what I dive into when it comes to my thought process and everything that I do. It's amazing when you look at people, they look at you and they look at you and say, you can see the look. You don't belong there. We've all experienced it. You walk in a building, and what the hell is he doing here? What the hell is she doing here? She got braids in her hair. He had sneakers on. Oh my God. So the way I look at things, I don't judge nobody. Don't judge, don't care. Don't care. Just live life. But I am an asshole because I do have fun when I know the people that are looking at me a certain way. And then I go above and beyond. She's laughing because she know what I mean.
I'm laughing because of what I experienced when I was in Walmart
And then
the other night.
you know, money's not an issue. It never is. I can always make more. That's the mindset I have. I can spend my last dime. Guess what? I'll make more. I'll make more. So if I want that, I want that. I'll buy that. My kids all learned from me over their lives. If it's something that you want, go get it. Why wait? Go get it. So a $5 television for most people, oh my God. Get that. I want that, get that. I want that, get that. I want that, get that. You want that, get that. What's the problem? You work hard enough for it, right?
I'm still not there yet.
She's not all the way there, but quality, she understands that you got to pay for quality. Because at one time, like I'm throwing tips on the table. This what got me, this years ago. I throw a tip on the table, she grab that tip and like, I look at her, what you doing? That much? You give them that much? Mo, what you doing? Yo, I said, what you doing?
I knew you was going to say.
So it's just too many examples over time. And when you do go, you probably need your medication. But when you do go and you start doing that,
I took it.
It has a lasting effect because you stick out because it's not the norm. You know, and it's not about me doing anything to be this heir. But it's more so about respecting the service that I'm getting. And I understand because I worked in that field for so long. So, and I had to show over time what that meant. So we would go back to these same restaurants and guess what happens? You start seeing the servers fight over coming to your table. You start seeing servers talk to the wait staff. They're like, okay, sit them in my station, sit them over here, sit them at my table. Because they know you as a person, they know that you are going to pay for good service. And it's times that, you know, just something tell you, we go to, I don't want to say the name of it, but we go to a restaurant, all you can eat, one of the most famous ones in Pennsylvania. And it's not a tipping place.
Oh.
They basically, you ain't supposed to tip them. But we go and we eat. This is years back when I was able to eat 280, my 280 days. I was eating like crazy. And you could just see, it was around the holidays, and you can just see in this older white lady's face, it was just something on her face. It was just something on her face that just, and we're eating and we look up.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a wonderful job, but you can see it was something there. So I said, you know, we should tip her. And we're trying to figure out how we can tip her without people seeing it.
Without people seeing it,
you know?
So she don't get in trouble.
And it was an all you can eat. We probably paid about $30 for tickets, for two. We gave her a $100 tip.
Mm-hmm.
She broke down in tears. Now, it's two different scenarios because it's 2 times this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make sure, was this the one who she didn't have nothing for her kids, or was the one who her house?
This is the one who her water, something with her water heater.
It was winter time around Christmas, and
Yep.
this is the time her water heater had just went.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't
And she
have
was
any
trying
money.
to figure out how she
didn't know
gonna get it
how
fixed.
she could do it. This is after we give her the money. Like she broke down, and it was like and that was genuine. And it was just something that we just felt good about. And it was just something on her face that told us to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you get in tune with whatever you want to call it, God, Allah, the essence. I call it the essence now because I don't want to even generalize it.
We were trying to figure out, like, where's the ATM? Because we need you to go get cash out.
Yep.
And then I found the ATM, so I went and got the cash out.
Yep.
And then we folded the money up.
Yep. When she
So
came
it was
over
small
to get
enough so we
come
could
over to get
slide
the plate,
it to
we
her.
was like, bang. And she just was like,
Mm-hmm.
And the other time we was in another restaurant.
Yeah.
And
it was
Christmas.
It was Christmas.
We gave her $100 too, but we didn't know she gets good service, but you can see on her face again One thing I've learned over time was, like I told one of my friends at the job, I said, one of my close friends at the job, I said, racism has a look. I've learned since I was 3 years old, when we were like one of the only black families up the mountains in Pennsylvania, in the city that we used to live in. And it was a race war. It was crazy growing up. Just to go through that I went through. And it stayed with me. But it's a look that racism has. It's in the face. No matter what they try to do, you can't hide the look. Racism has a look. So I can look at a person and I can see that look. Call me crazy, call me what you want. I haven't been wrong yet. I could see the look. So I knew that look, that racist look. And so that's an ability that you get growing up, going through, negative things, positive things. You take all that in, and I keep that in my Rolodex, my mental Rolodex. So I don't know, I think she was white. Was she white or black?
She was white.
Another white woman.
Mm-hmm.
She had a look on her face, and it was that look. And it wasn't a racist look, but it was a look of despair. Now I take all of it in and I say, well, she's working. She's at her job, just busting it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know she's getting penny, being very nice, but you can still see behind the niceness, it was despair. So I'm sitting there, and she did a wonderful job yet again.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't it amazing how these women go through like some of the worst times of their life, but then they're giving you their best and their all when they feel their worst. So at this point, I say, Mo, look. And it was funny because when I'm about to say it, she said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what? She said, yeah, we should give it to her. I was like this. I couldn't even say. She said it came out of her first. Mm-hmm. But this is the woman who was taking money out of the tips prior to that. But she grown. And I let her do it, not me. Mm-hmm. And when she came over, we got the bill. And she gave her that $100. Mm-hmm. That lady broke down in tears. That lady literally broke down, hugged me, broke down in serious tears, crying.
Mm-hmm. And she said, y'all made my day.
She said, and this was like the weekend prior to Christmas Day,
yeah, it was
like days before.
Yeah.
And she said she didn't have no money to buy her kids Christmas gifts. Mm-hmm. That's what I live for. That's what my wife lives for. And during that time, we were going through turmoil with our family. Mm-hmm. So through the despair, through the negativity, I believe, I'm not putting it on anybody, but negative and positive exist in all things, because without one, the other can't exist. When there's something good, it's also bad. That's just the way it is, because one can't exist without the other. One defines one. The other, if I turn the light off, well, give you an example. Turn the light halfway off. Show me what that look like. Mm-hmm. Turn the light halfway on. What do halfway mean? No, not them. No, that's them. I'm talking about turn it halfway off and halfway on. What do it look like? What's the middle or up and down? If I take away up, what is down? You need the other to define the other. It all exists in one. That's totality 360. So I can get deeper, but I won't. But this is where me and my wife has come over 30 plus years. One thing I can say, I was a horrible boyfriend. I don't say horrible mistake, but I was a horrible boyfriend. But I'm a damn good husband. So you learn, you grow, you elevate. That's the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Second best thing was my daughter Denisha, because she took me out the streets. She grew me up. She gave me a conscience, because there was that day was that little person come out, and the first thing that came to my mind was, ew, it stink. Mm-hmm. Just saying. But
that was the first thing that came to his
But the next thing was, I'm responsible for this little person. I'm responsible for this little person. And then the fear came in. Because now it's
Talk
like,
about all the emotions.
I'm sitting there going, and literally I was in shock. Like, I'm responsible. I was 20. And I was
17.
I
Oh,
was
wait.
17.
Or was I 18?
About to be 18.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I was in a cloud. Because now you're just floating around the room. So I leave her real quick. Like, I didn't know it. Then they took her over to the incubator, so I go over and I'm watching them. And this is all during the age of a man growing up, because you don't realize what grown mean yet. You don't realize what adulthood mean yet. Now you're going into fatherhood. You don't know what none of this means. So all of this stuff is, as I'm growing up, and my wife's growing up, and we grow up, we're growing up. It's lessons, and you learn, you get better. You make mistakes, you get better. Mistakes are great. Mistakes are the blessings from the essence. Fear is the greatest emotion that can ever be in a person's life, is fear. Because I told you, through all things, positive and negative, through all things. Selfishness is great. It's both. Understand that concept. There's a selfish point of everyone's life you're supposed to have it, and you're supposed to tie into that selfish part of your life. Because there's a selfish point in every man and woman's life that you're supposed to have and cherish it. And so this is just my view. I'm only giving you my view. I'm no one else's view. This is my view. And I don't care if you believe it or not, or take it. Just take and think. That's all. My whole thing is just think. And everyone in my family has been telling me, Rich, you need to start a channel, you know. And I said, well, that killed me. Because I don't want nobody believing nothing I tell them. It's only one thing I want people to do, is just think. For self. Think for self. Think. That's it. Pull the plug on the computer, on the mental hard drive. Zap the hard drive. And reprogram your hard drive. That's what I'm about. Reprogramming your mental hard drive. Fresh. Because we've been conditioned the way they want us to think. Free your mind. And when you do that, you will have a whole different level of clarity. For self, always selfish. When you have, I told my boys, I said, it's all my kids, but I told them growing up, I said, when you decide to have a child and a significant other, you no longer can be selfish. People try to, when you think of selfish, they make you look at that as a negative connotation. Oh, you're selfish. You're damn right. I got no kids. I got no significant other. I'm in school. What are you doing in school? To better yourself. Yourself. Right? So that's a selfish act, because you're worrying about self. Right? Which you should be. During that part of your life, you're supposed to be selfish. Nothing, no friend, no other. It should be you. You're setting your foundation for the rest of your life. So when you do find a significant other, and when you do have a child, guess what? You done lived through your selfish cycle now. Now you're giving, because you got to give for the rest of your life. To your significant other, to your family, to your child. You got to give now. So self to give. I can give you a whole nother analogy of give. Give, where it becomes negative. And we all know that. You give so much, it hurts you. So when you think of give, you think, oh, it's such a nice thing to help. Enabler. Most enablers are givers. And they give to a fault. Give. You're going to give your son this money knowing he's on drugs. instead of me buying something he can't sell, I'm going to give him money? No, not me. I'll make you sit right here, and I'll pay for the food or make you the food that you're going to eat while you're sitting right here. I'm giving you a meal. See, so it's how you look at things, how you perceive it for yourself. And I think, again, the analogy or going back to when I was saying how you have to vacation as hard as you work, it's the same when it comes to giving and taking. It's the same thing. Same exact scenario. So I buy what I want. My wife want it, I buy it. Most times we don't argue at all. But she'll probably be like, we don't need that. Yes, we do. You like it.
And I was like, I don't like it that much.
That's the only time I won't get it.
Yep.
That's the only time I won't get it. If she say I don't like it that much, oh, all right. But if she say I really like that, oh, it's got. She gets mad at me because she don't even look at the. She say I don't look at the price. I don't. The price has no meaning to me. What do you mean? Well, if I truly like something, is the price going to stop me from buying it? If I truly want it, is the price going to stop me from buying it? No. Now I'm going to be stuck on it. Because if I don't have the money for it right now, guess what my mind is on? When I'm going to have the money for it. Oh, it ain't the fact that I'm not buying it because I don't have the money. It means I got to get the money to buy it.
I'm not buying it right now.
I ain't buying it right now. I'm going to find out how to get that. And I show my kids this. They're grown now. I keep saying kids, but I show them that. My baby be 22. So I show them their whole life that you can have anything you want in this world. It's just how you get it. That's all. So we out here vacationing, we're eating, we're giving reviews. This is like the Amy's flagship on her channel, whatever we want to call it, whatever. And this is a segue for me going into my Just Think podcast. So I'll be doing these.
I've been trying to get him to do this
over 30 years. Everybody's been trying to get me to do it.
And that's the only reason why I did this, because I knew it would work.
Yeah,
because I know him.
If she don't want to do it, I ain't gonna do it. I don't care about nothing for me. I can honestly tell you guys, I don't want or need for anything when it comes to me. It's hard for people to realize that when they look at me. They be like, there's no way. I'm saying, I don't care. I'm fine. I'm fine. I came from nothing. Worse, you know how we was all poor and you had food stamps. I was below that. I was below that. So to come from that and to gain anything is a plus for me. But one thing that I will and have always driven me to going to music and doing all these things is family. I will go and do anything for family. I don't care about me when it comes to, I don't need anything. I'm fine. I got everything I need. But when it comes to my family, I will go leaps and bounds. So for them, I will go and do anything legal. And on my podcast, I will tell you about my story of my life and my journey. And I'm not even doing it for monetary gain. I'm doing it for just, I believe anything that you've experienced and learned, it's not yours. It's supposed to be given back into the essence. The way that it came to you, you got to give it back. And again, 360. That's the key. 360 degrees of totality. And that's 360 degrees on 360 degrees. 360 times 360 times 360. Do the math, people. So because if I use a plate or glass, and that circle is 360 degrees, right? But a sphere is 360 times 360 times 360. That's totality. It's so much, y'all, that I will get into on my channel, our channel, because she'll still be with me. We do everything as a unit. I love a woman's energy. I love when she'll be able to have her own perspective. and we'll go from there. But signing off, when it comes to my meal, our meal was great. She has to plug up her her pad. And we'll rock out from here. Seattle trip, day 3. So we will see you guys in a bit.
For the next review.
Next review.
Which I'm excited about.